Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 2023 love reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to enter to receive a reading from me, a free reading, then put a turkey in the comment box, and I will be doing a separate video to announce who will be receiving that reading. So just put a turkey in the comment box. Know that I will not be contacting you, so do not be scammed by any scammers. That is not me. So be safe out there, guys, okay? If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you are interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com, which is also linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say here. Aries, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, this is a really good time for you. Okay, so Aries, you've been having some difficulty in love. Now, this is also with self-love and self-acceptance, really being kinder to yourself and being kinder to your expectations for love, for self-love, and for love with others. That's going to be super, super, super important for you because there's this real sense of you're coming out of a tower time. And tower times usually leave us feeling very sensitive. It's almost like our nerve endings are just picking up everything, and it almost feels like we could shake. We could just shake if we are not centered within ourselves. So I would highly recommend Qigong if that is something you want to do. If that is not something you want to do, and I do have Spring Forest Qigong linked in the description box below. But if that is not something you want to do, meditation, quiet moments, doing something calm, kind of repetitive, like crocheting or knitting or embroidery, those are things I like to do. So, I'm just giving you examples like that. You can do something more physical, kickboxing and climbing and things like that as well. But you're coming out of a tower time period, so you have to be kind to yourself and listen to your body, and that is going to be just so intrinsically important for you during this time. You're also looking at commitment in a really real way. You could have been coming out of a toxic relationship or coming through a hurdle in a relationship where you were doubting, did I make the right choice? Am I moving forward in the right way? Then things are going to move forward very quickly. There's a sense of things gaining speed, gaining momentum. And this is the Scorpio time period up until November 21st. So up until this time, you're seeing a transformation. You're seeing kind of a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new, phoenix rising from the ashes, all those cliches, but really coming true in our life during this time, Aries. And that's super exciting. I'm super excited for you. When I saw the Queen of Cups reversed, I thought, oh no, oh no. But now it all makes sense. It really does all make sense. We had a heartbreak. We had a heartbreak. It could be with a lover. It could be within, our family. It could be just within ourselves. And we have to honor that emotion, because if we don't honor that emotion and just think, just going to charge forward, just going to keep on going, we're going to feel frazzled. And we're going to start to feel like I can't take handling anymore. And so Spirit is saying here, slow down and embrace love. That's going to be so important to you. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have serenity. Yeah, that's exactly what the cards are saying here. Serenity is going to be so important. However we find peace, however we embrace what we love, that is going to be the place that we need to go to. And Spirit is just showing me a dream that I had like last night or the night before. I can't remember which one, but it was when I was a little girl. And I grew up in a very kind of like wooded area. And I used to love going outside and watching the light shine on the trees. And I used to think the trees, when, before fall came, right, and they all fell down, but I used to think the trees were dragons, and that you could see like the shimmer of their scales, and the wind, when it blew through the trees, were the fairies, going around. So I had a very vivid imagination, of course, as a child, and I hadn't thought of that time period in such a long time. And I hadn't connected with that energy in such a long time. But that's my serenity. And so finding your serenity, even if it's been hidden because you've been through a tower time, and a tower time could have started when you were 16 years old. It could have started 16 years ago. Or 16 months ago. Just be aware, I'm seeing it as it's been a good chunk of time and we've gotten used to it. It doesn't mean we have to live with it forever and ever, but we did get used to it. And so Spirit is saying here, find your serenity, find your peace, embrace your glory, embrace the power and beauty of you, because you deserve it first and foremost. So let's see here what Spirit wants us to be mindful of. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and Spirit guides, angels. Okay, the lady. Yeah, so it's giving. It's giving a lot of ourselves. Also note that we are represented in this deck by the Lord, right? But it's the Emperor and the Empress. We are represented by the Emperor. That's who we are, Aries. We're strong, we're powerful, we're quick to make decisions, we'll look at things in the most practical, and this is a positive Aries. So if you're sitting there and saying, Dane, this is a positive Aries. Here, this is our soulmate. The energy that we need to be mindful of is giving and giving and giving till we can't find our soulmate. It's also being afraid to embrace our creative energy, or being so burnt out that we can't be creative anymore. And creativity, it doesn't have to be the hallmark of who we are, but it's such an important part to feeding our soul, feeding our passion, feeding our excitement in life. And so here, it's like, just be aware. Be aware that we're giving too much. And it's not being selfish to say no to a few things. It's not being selfish not to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, or to look at yourself and to say, hey, listen, I need to calm down. I'm too stressed out. Now, this can also beware of the mother. We can have a mother figure in our life, or a mother that we're like overwhelmed by. So that could be true too. And we could also be, if we are a mother or a caregiver of any type, we can be burnt out. And so saying to ourselves, I don't have to be the selfless martyr that is depicted on television and, in media. I can take time for me. And that's super important. That's also really important to understand. And it doesn't mean that we have to be feminine or, identify as female. What it means is that if we are a caregiver of any sort and we feel ourselves losing ourselves, we need to center ourselves again. That's just going to be a very important thing. With the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a beautiful card. It's the Minor Arcana marriage card. If you had the Major Arcana marriage card too, which is the Hierophant, that would be kind of very exciting in a love reading. It can mean that you're getting married, but this can also mean that you're looking towards long-term relationships. But it doesn't need to be, I mean, we're talking about love, so it would be with another person, but it is also with ourselves. It is, am I building the firm foundation in which to embrace my love, my passion, my desire, and what I need in my life? So that's going to be a very big thing here. But we're also finding love, finding excitement, new job opportunities, newness is coming in, which is beautiful for love. It can make love, and even a love that, you've been together for 25 years, it can make that love more exciting. So that's coming forward here. And that's just absolutely beautiful. We're looking at a celebration. We're looking at happiness and joy, and that's crowning everything. But it's also coming out of a time where love wasn't our focus. And that's okay. Sometimes, with the Queen of Cups reversed, sometimes we can have trouble expressing love in our lives, or we're so busy, we're keeping our heads above water. It's not the right time. So showing ourselves grace with that is going to be super important as well. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. So we could be having a bit of difficulty. Strong Scorpio energy comes up. So there could be difficulty with a Scorpio, but there can also be difficulty with secrets, people holding back, the fullness of things not coming to the forefront. And that could be something that we struggled with. It can also be that we struggled with the patterns of love that we saw in life not being all that healthy for us. And so here, when we look at the Queen of Cups reverse, it's almost like we see the illusion of love shattered. And now, with the Tower reversed, that struck us quite hard. That illusion of love, that illusion of, the Disney fairy tale falling apart, or, however, that fairy tale love was in your mind. And it moves us to the Tower reversed. And it's like, okay, everything has fallen apart. Been there, done that, kind of got the t-shirt type of thing. I see it and I understand it. And I hold it sacred in my soul and in myself that when we go through a trauma, a change, because, when we talk about the Tower, it's usually as a trauma, but it's just really intense change. It doesn't have to be a trauma. It can be, something that you really celebrate. It can be, getting married. And now how do I, or living with somebody, how do I traverse that? How do I traverse being a parent or this new job or whatever it is that has caused you to really doubt yourself or to look at things quite differently? That's a Tower time. You feel it in your soul. And others might not get it. It might not be as black and white as, oh, this was a huge thing. And they're like, oh yeah, I can totally see that. This is a huge thing for you. So honoring that and holding that sacred in yourself is going to be super important. But you're building again. And that's the really powerful thing. We've had a heartbreak. We've had a questioning of love. We've looked at ourselves and maybe even said, do I deserve love? The answer is absolutely yes. But it's different than the way that we had imagined it. Maybe when we were 16 years old. It's quite a different minefield or quite a different terrain that we are moving through. And here, it happens all very quickly. Then we start to see, oh, it's not the same. We start to see that we're coming out of this chaos, this trauma, this kind of breaking away. And it leads us to the Eight of Wands, and everything moves very, very quickly. And we can feel that with the month of November. Now, November can be a quick month because of holidays. If you're in the US, there's Thanksgiving, and then of course we have Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all the holidays in December. And so here there's just an intensity of movement coming forward, and everything can seem really fast and kind of like you want to hold on to it just a little bit longer because it's joyous. But everything moves quickly, and honoring the speed of things. Also honoring that you can need things to slow down. I mean, your soul is coming out of a time where everything was chaos. You've questioned love, you've questioned your, deserving of love or not. And it's time to embrace serenity. You might find that your ears crave silence. And that can be totally weird, in a world where nothing is ever quiet. We can find that our ears crave silence. We crave sitting, quietly with what we love and with those that we love. but everything is moving so quickly. So just be aware of that we need to do something to combat this, because we can start to feel really stressed, like, oh my gosh, why is it moving this way? Why is everything going so fast? Or why do I feel like everything is going so fast? Everything's going at normal speed. The hours, still tick by the same way. Why do I feel like everything's going so fast? Because we need to slow it down. We need to slow the energy vibration down with us, not lower it. We still want to be high energy vibrators, right? But we need to kind of slow it down and be calm within ourselves. We can work on breath work with ourselves. We can focus on the flickering flame and see that flickering flame just going on over our hearts and take in that warmth and settle ourselves. We can do a meditation right now. If you don't want to do this meditation, you can fast forward through it. But for those who do, take a nice deep breath in. Visualize the candlelight flickering before you. And as you take slow, deep breaths in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, see that candlelight moving over your heart chakra. See the flame turning the most beautiful golden color. Feel the warmth around your heart. Feel that warmth radiating through your whole body. Keep the slow, deep breaths coming, going into that peace, going into that calm. And see that flickering flame merging with your heart chakra, the green of the heart chakra outlined by the gold of the flame. And you're feeling so calm, so grounded, so alive within your own body. You are at peace and you are happy. And if you want to stay in this feeling, stay in this breath work, then you can pause this video and do so. And if you want to get back to the reading with us, you can do that as well. And here we have the Death card. A dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. It's Scorpio energy, which we're in and have been in since October 23rd. It goes to November 21st. We're going to see that there's really a sense of, I've been reborn. I'm stepping into my power. I'm stepping into myself. I'm seeing things so differently. The scythe here, if we look in artwork of days gone by, and even now in rural settings, or people, you can see people cutting down, vegetation with a scythe. We're cutting down the chaos of things, what isn't necessary. We're opening up a path for ourselves. We're opening up a path for our soul. We're saying, how do I need to move forward in me? How do I need to embrace what I love and what I want? We're being reborn in love. We're being reborn looking at love in a way that says, I'm absolutely deserving of it. So the questions that we've had, the chaos that we've experienced, we acknowledge it, we honor it, we don't throw it away, but we are not held prisoner by it. We embrace deeply our transformation. And we embrace deeply the fact that our angels and our spirit guides in the Scorpio time period, they talk to us to no end. They connect with us, and it's a little bit easier to hear. So here, embrace that energy. Know that your angels are speaking to you. Know that you are releasing the heartbreak, the pain, the chains, the chaos, the feeling like you're free falling. And you're stepping into a power of rebirth, a power of new eyes moving forward, a new way of looking at things. Doesn't mean we have to change everything. We can be in the same situation. We can, wake up, same home, same, everything. But the way that we look at it is different. There's an empowerment of self. It moves us to our subconscious spirit energy. And that's peace reversed. Here we have serenity, and here we have peace reversed. And so spirit is saying, listen, we need to slow it down and embrace peace. Embrace what we love. Embrace what's important to us. Peace is so important. If we look at the world, it's just so important. So here, look at peace and give yourself the grace to express peace in your life. To know that it's okay. To slow it down and center yourself. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that's the Lover's reversed. This is lust. So be mindful of this. We can have our heads turned. We can be looking at things and be like, oh, I want this and that. And it's lust-based, not love-based. Lust is important, don't get me wrong. But here, Spirit's saying, just be mindful. Be mindful of people who don't have the follow-through. It can be fun and adventurous and awesome that way. But this is a person, and these are situations where they're kind of like fly by night. And if you're there for that, that's awesome. Be mindful of it. Be aware of this. These can be very fly by night opportunities. But if you're not there for it, if you know your soul can't do that, then don't do that to yourself. It's being open and honest with us and saying, this is me, like it or don't like it, that's fine. But I am learning to traverse this world in my body, in my soul, and in myself. So here, just be aware. Just be aware that lust can really come forward. And if we want to be swept away by it, awesome. But just be aware of it. And if we don't, that's also awesome. Our subconscious tarot message is the Empress. It's very interesting. That's the energy to be mindful of, right? In its negative form, giving too much, kind of being overwhelmed. And then our subconscious energy being the Empress. It's like, okay, we're here to create. We're here to move forward in our power, in our tenacity, and in our brilliance, and to live out loud, and to embrace the sacred feminine energy. The sacred feminine energy of inward creation, of inward love, of the beauty of home, but also the beauty of soul, the beauty of self. It's not the emperor, which is like, okay, I'm going to go out and conquer. It is the Empress. I'm going to make what I have the most exquisite possible. And that's the energy we need to step into. Not perfection. It's not perfection. But it's saying, I'm letting myself shine unapologetically and absolutely beautifully. And it's also here moving us towards or strengthening the bonds with our soulmate. And that is a beautiful thing. Okay. All right, Aries, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. And put a turkey in the comment box if you want to. If you don't, that's totally cool. All right, let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have an absolutely joyous time. Bye.